How important is a game? I mean, seriously, how important is a game like this, game conditions, to actually go work through some of this stuff?
It's a good opportunity just to get out there and, a little bit of pressure. The fans are out there. No one wants to mess up in front of 60,000 or 70,000 people. How many people were there today? So it's just a good opportunity for everyone, young guys, older guys, just to be in that game atmosphere that you don't get during the spring, and for the first time, a lot of those guys were out there in front of all those people. So it's just a learning experience, something to take away. Like, I'm sure the coaches will let you guys know that all the stuff we did was pretty basic, but you got to be prepared to go out in front of 80, 90,000 people and play. It's a little bit different than practice, so it's just a good opportunity to warm up for that this season.
Obviously, a lot of people are going to see guys like Jamal Turner and Kenny Bell and making these big plays. And for many of them, it's the first time they've ever seen them. Is this the kind of stuff you see from them in practice? I know Jamal just made that transition to receiver.
We see that kind of stuff all the time. Like I said, they weren't doing any trick plays or anything. It was all basic. So you just see those guys that are playmakers. They're just out there making plays. Working with what they got, just taking care of their assignment and using their athleticism to do that stuff. But those guys, they make plays. They do that in practice. They do it in the spring game, obviously, and they're going to be doing it in the games for us next year too. So that's pretty exciting.
I know you were missing a couple guys up front, defensively, but I guess just talk about, your guys' performance defensively today and how you're gelling through the spring here.
Well, once we did the spring game, this year when we did, it was just a regular draft or whatever. That chemistry that you're working with the same people kind of gets thrown off a little bit. So the coaches just kind of emphasize to us that we have to be able to communicate out there. And it's a little different in the spring game because there's never any crowd noise because you're always on offense. So no one's really ever yelling. So it was just a good opportunity for us to get out there and really work on our communication and talk to each other out there and play with some different guys that we usually don't get to play with. So that was fun.
You see this offense all the time, obviously. How much different is this year's offense compared to last year?
I don't, it's hard for me to tell being a defensive guy, but just the way they are just attacking, they're always on the attack, it seems like, in practice. And, it was a little watered down today. They're going to have a couple more wrinkles, I'm sure, for the season and stuff, but they're always on attack in practice, in drills, whether it be one-on-one drills or just three-on-three drills, they're always, looking to attack the defense. I think that's encouraging as a defensive player because as a defense, we always want to attack. So when we see the offensive guys doing that too, it's encouraging.
As a team, where are you guys at and going into the Big Ten? You finish your spring. Are you guys exactly what you wanted out of this spring? Where's the head at as we move into
I don't know. You guys will have to leave those evaluations up to the coaches, but I just know that everyone's excited. To have these 15 practices under our belt. I think we got better as a team. Working on fundamentals. We had some new coaches, so it was nice to be able to mesh with the new coaches, kind of get used to each other. That way, when fall comes around, we're not all standing there trying to figure out what's going on. So that's just exciting, to have those practices, to get back on the field again, and everyone's really excited about the Big Ten. So that's just something to look forward to.
Anything else for Austin?
Yeah, did any of the younger guys impress you today? I know Harvey and Corey ran on some plays.
Just for the safeties or for
a second?
I didn't need to see the spring game to be impressed by those guys. The way they practice, the way they want to learn, the way they're in the meeting room, that stuff, that's been impressive all spring. So they're going to be good players for us, next year and down the road. So I'm just excited to see how they turn out.